What's up? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Shred Show Live Friday edition. We hope you've had an incredible week, and I have a new friend and special guest, Dave Tanner, joining from Mortgage Magnates. If you don't know what Mortgage Magnates is, you're about to learn about them. I'm all about education. I'm about learning, bettering yourself, because in this industry, sometimes we get so fixed mindset. Sometimes we're so worried about the mortgage industry and completing the transaction, we forget about ourselves. But today, we're going to be talking on how you can better yourself, how you can surround yourself with the best of the best. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday. Volume up, share it with a friend. It is time to shred. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, and welcome, a new friend. And I'm very excited to have special guest Dave Tanner joining us from Mortgage Magnates. Dave, good morning. And I'll be honest, I'm excited because you're all the way up in Canada, right?
We're up in Canada. Yep. Beautiful sunny Friday, like you said. Great to be here, Josh. I appreciate you, man, having us on here. We'll have a great conversation, and it's going to be a great time.
It is going to be good. So I can say this. I'm confidently can say this. You are my first guest from Canada. Like, believe it or not, like I've had people who have lived in Canada or from Canada, but like actual live show from Canada. Like, this is my first one. So like, I'm very excited to have we had somebody, what was it last week? We had somebody from Paris. We've had people from all over, but now from Canada. So we're going from Canada this morning. So I'm excited to have you join me. And before we get into Mortgage Magnates, which I'm really excited to talk about, again, I'm all about bettering yourselves. I'm all about learning. I'm all about furthering the mind and surrounding yourself with the right people. But before we get into that, Dave, I would love for you to share your experience, kind of share your history within the industry.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what, Josh, relatively newcomer to the industry. I've been in it for about a year now.
Nice.
Our founder at Mortgage Magnates, Chris Baker, great guy, great partner, great speaker. You know, if anybody ever has a chance to see him, we're going to try to get to the Florida Association of Mortgage Professionals Conference, NAM National, stuff like that. Chris Baker, can't say enough about the guy. Great partner. As for myself, I spent a dozen or so years in the commercial vehicle industry, nice. As a sales and warranty rep up here in Canada, making fifth wheels and whatnot for trucks at a plant there. I had a short, unillustrious career in the military as a reservist. Actually, Josh, lost my wife in 2016 to cancer, so that was total pivotal point in my life. I had to change gears, 2 young boys at home. So I had my own company for a while, a home care company. Just before COVID hit, I sold it. I had a partner there too, and I sold it. Chris asked me to jump aboard. Couldn't be happier. This is just right up my alley. I get up in the morning excited as hell to go to work. This is just this is just what I needed at this point in my life. You know, meeting tons of people, talking to guys like you and gals in the industry. It's just been a great ride. And Mortgage Magnates, man, we got so much exciting stuff coming down the pipe. I can't unfortunately share it all yet. When the time comes, we'll be back if you'll have us, and we'll talk.
I was going to say, you guys are going to have to stay tuned because I know you guys are working on some really exciting things. And honestly, when you and I first had the opportunity to like touch base and kind of when I learned about Mortgage Magnates, I shared with you, I'm like, this is a really cool idea. This is kind of a cool thing. And you have people like Jack Canfield. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who Jack Canfield is, you have Jack Canfield as part of the organization, sharing some of his strategies, sharing some of his success tips to the entire industry. So it is really, really exciting. We're going to get into that. So for those who may not be familiar, share what is Mortgage Magnates? What is it, and why is it so exciting right now?
Well, you know what's cool is, first of all, the fact that you're pronouncing it Mortgage Magnates. That's a big win. We get mortgage magnets a lot, which is kind of funny, but we aren't mortgage magnets. We're not fridge magnets. We're mortgage magnates. And basically, you know what that means. A magnate is an expert. We don't claim to be the experts. What our online education platform for mortgage professionals, North American mortgage professionals, so both sides of the border, Josh, you know, our stuff flows the border can be liquid with us because a lot of stuff, how to grow your business, time management, stuff like that. It doesn't matter what side of the border you're on. You know what I mean?
I agree.
So Mortgage Magnates, like I said, online learning platform for mortgage professionals. It is not a traditional LMS. It's not a boring animated learning management system like, a lot of people, veterans in the industry will be used to. What we do have is industry professionals who excel at their craft, and we pick their brains. We pick their brains to see what they're best at, and we will exploit that. So we try to get, 5-6 actionable tips in a 20-30 minute max video, recorded video of them. And we've got all the high-tech equipment, we're shooting in 4K.
Yeah.
When we can, travel restrictions aside, when we can get out there and record, we're doing it in 4K. Everything looks cool. So yeah, our platform is hundreds of hours of material. So you're not going to burn through the material in, a weekend.
Sure.
But industry professionals, because a lot of people don't like to learn from just one person. And to me, one point of view. But we've got, we run the gamut, underwriters, and like you said before, Jack Canfield, leadership and personal development type guys. We've got a few of those. But our main focus is education, how to get leads, where to get leads, how to grow your business, how to start a business. So we run from veterans to newbies, and we pick their brains for 5 or 6 actionable tips in a short burst video. We call it burst training. Micro learning is the traditional term. We've put a spin on it, burst training. And from there, we're on Android, we're on iOS. We've got our apps. So you can be, in your car, having a donut in the parking lot, 10 minutes before you go to the client, or behind the Taco Bell, wherever you hang out, on your lunch, watch a quick 10, 15, 20-minute video, go use that skill sitting at the kitchen table of the client. So that's what we like, kind of an on-demand type, that's our service for people.
Dude, that's super cool. And like you said, it's kind of learning on the go. And there's a lot of sites out there that, their claim is like, oh, come coach with us, or we got all these trainings and all these tutorials and come and just follow this. But you guys are kind of taking it to this next level. And plus, we'll throw it out there. And my show knows this. Everybody on the show knows this. I'm pretty cautious when it comes to promoting certain things, but you guys, you do this for such a cheap cost, and we're not getting anything. We want to be very, very clear on this. Shred is not we're not getting, this is not a paid promotion. This is, we talked to Dave and we saw what they were doing, and we're like, hey, this is really cool. I'm all, like you said, Dave, I'm all about helping people grow, about expanding their minds, expanding their knowledge and expertise. So that's when you and I first connected. I'm like, wow, this is cool. And then you shared the price with me, and I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? You mean that they can get access to this for such a little price, which I think we should kind of share, because I think that is something there's a lot of training. And I will say this, and I actually want to be very, very clear on this. There's a lot of training companies out there, ladies and gentlemen, who will show you shit. It is not good. They're just trying to get your money. They're just trying to say, oh, you know what, we're going to provide you with this, this, and this. But this is coming from, especially if you're in the mortgage industry, this is designed, this is for you. You have incredible leaders. Some of those people that you saw on there are mortgage professionals. Chris, the founder, is a mortgage professional. So this is really designed for mortgage professionals, designed for real estate professionals, but with mortgage professional really in mind, right, Dave?
100%, 100%. This it's a little bit abstract, but it's BHB. That is brokers helping brokers.
Bingo.
And it's not all brokers, it's originators, it's underwriters, but our motto, that's a long motto if you incorporate everybody, but we're brokers helping brokers. And like you said, it's cheap as chips, man. This year we are free. If you sign up now, we're free for the rest of 2021. When we do go back to a pay structure, somehow we got to find a way to keep the lights on around here.
Of course.
But for 2022, for existing members only, we're going to be $1.99 a month.
What?
$1.99 a month. So what that does is essentially, do the math, it gives you $25 for next year, all in $25.
Dude, that's insane.
You get half of this year. So you're getting a year and a half at $25. Now, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag too much, but like I said to you off air, we've got some stuff coming down the pipe that is super exciting. We just launched our BHB TV YouTube channel, so check that out. But when we grow that side of the company, it's not going to be $1.99. So it's,
definitely
I mean,
not.
we're not going to put it unreachable. We're going to keep it very affordable. All we want is mortgage professionals to get better and sharpen your axe. I talked to Vince Parlov yesterday, Josh, and I know he's a good buddy of yours.
He is.
He's been on the show, on the Shred Show. He came on the BHB podcast a month back. We had him, we come up with an idea, UWM, Mortgage Magnates. We put out our first BHB TV mortgage minute, learning minute, coaching minute. Is what it's called. And it's funny, I stammer over the name because Chris and I batted it back and forth for about a day and a half, but it's the BHB TV coaching minute. And of course, we went a couple minutes, Vince and I, but we went a couple minutes, but we just did a quick little recorded banger. And I'm going to do that weekly, different guest, one question, essentially, just throw it at the guest and let them roll with it for a minute. And it was a lot of fun. Vince is, as you know, a lot of fun. And he said something really cool in there. And I know you're a buddy of Matt's, but he said, Matt, getting back to the learning for a second, he said, Matt can throw together the learning curriculum.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Give it to somebody. Matt's a smart cookie, no doubt, a top dog in the industry. He said he can give somebody the training that he has created himself. Give it to him. Let that person teach it. He can sit in the room and he'll still learn something from it. Just because of the way someone else will present it. So this is where I get back to, we've got a ton of guests on or features on our platform. So we're going to learn from all kinds of different people, get all kinds of different perspectives. We're not a one show trick pony type thing. We've got mortgage experts from both sides of the border, industry experts from Canada, North America. And like I said before, a lot of our stuff is fluid and flows over the border.
Dude, I love, and that's just it. It doesn't matter. I love brokers helping brokers. That's just the mentality. And again, we're not just focused on brokers here. Whether you're a banker, whatever you are, there's opportunity. But I think that's where we have the opportunity of learning together. Like, I'm super that's what I'm all about. That's what I'm super stoked about, is this mentality. And that's why when you and I first spoke, it was that mentality of, it doesn't matter if you're a broker, it doesn't matter if you're a banker. Like, we're here to help one another. We're here to help better one another, to help one another grow. So yeah, it's one of those things to me that is just, and that's what I'm so excited for. I'm super excited to see as this develops, as more people get in and get involved. And plus, it's a community. That's what it is. We are, as an industry, it is small. Like I say this all the time, like, we're a very tight-knit community, but it takes an army. It takes all of us to come together, share these ideas, be supportive of one another, whether you're a broker or banker. And that's kind of the initiative at Mortgage Magnates as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Some of the uphill battle we fought, a couple years back when we actually got started, some of the uphill battle, if you can believe it, was, oh no, we have our own education system. We're good. Thank you. Our initial sales meetings and whatnot. We're like, we're not here to step on anybody's toes. We're here to supplement your learning. We want to be another tool in your pouch. So when you go out, you're sitting in front of clients, you're trying to get clients, you can just be the best you can be. So yeah, brokers helping brokers is really something, a movement in effect that's taken off really well. It's done really well for us. The free part, it's thanks to our industry sponsors, lender sponsors. They've been great to us, very supportive. So we can give back, essentially, is what we're doing. We're giving back for the rest of this year. And then again, $1.99 for next year. So www.mortgagemagnates.com, jump on. It's, I'll tell you right now, we're committed to new content monthly. So, we set a goal of 6 or 8 pieces of content, between 6 and 8 pieces of content monthly. So this isn't just sitting by idly and you get what you get. And that's that. We're working at this every day. This is all we do. So it's exciting. It's exciting to try and find new and exciting people to be on the platform, to give their input. And we're having a ball doing it.
I was gonna say, you're having a ball, you're enjoying it. It's a good time. And like you said, you see some of these leaders, some of these people down here as well. You look at some of these industry leaders, from the people who are adding content, like you said, on a regular basis. You're continuing. The industry's changing. Things are always changing. So you have to, having these people, having these incredible men and women that are contributing to it, that's just exciting. Like, it's so cool to see, again, what you're building and the fact that you're giving back to the industry, especially a lot of people, had a great year in 2020. Some didn't, but that's setting that price points. I mean, literally. So like, it's just like, okay, well, we want you to guys come join us, come see what we have to offer. And then if we prove ourselves, that's what I'm all about. Like, companies who are willing to put their money where their mouth is and like, hey, you know what? We want to show you that what we're doing here is truly valuable. We really want to show you that this is worth your time and coming hang out. So, Dave, as we start to wrap things up here, you and I were talking, and we personally love to grow. And you were sharing with me that you like to, there's certain books that you're reading, you love to read. And you mentioned Tony Bourdain, right? Is who you?
Yep. The late super chef. Yeah. I love, he's got you want to talk about salty, and it's a restaurant pun, I suppose, a food pun, but you want to talk about salty, man, he went through some stuff. And because I like to learn, I like cooking. I like to chef some things up. But I like to also know the restaurant industry, what goes on in the deep, dark cellars, and it's eye-opening. But there's so many books like that, and there's so much learning to do. And whether or not it pertains to your business, you've always got to be sharpening your axe. Just keep your mind sharp. I worry about the kids on their devices all the time, but I mean, I get that they're a part of reality and the new world going forward. My dad says, your kids are always on their devices. Well, guess what? If they're not, they're going to get left behind, because that's the way things are going.
Right.
I myself, I own an online streaming service, so it's the way things are going. But there's lots of education out there for sure. And again, like I said, we don't want to step on anybody's toes. We understand these companies have their learning systems. We just want to supplement that. We want to give this out to everybody, so it's, I'm rambling, Josh, but yeah, that's
no, you're not. But that's just it. Like, I love that you go to Tony Bourdain, because he's somebody outside of our industry. I told you, like, I love listening to Gary Vaynerchuk, Lewis Howes, Tom Bellew. Like, there's plenty of people that we were able to learn from. And I love to cook as well. That's something I didn't share that with you. I love to cook. I love chefs. Guy Fieri is somebody that I followed for a long time. Yes. And not just because I loved his style. He's one of those guys that's just like, so random. It is what it is. And then, but Tony Bourdain as well. He's one. Plus, everybody loves Chef Gordon Ramsay right now. If you follow him on TikTok, he's just hilarious. So the whole cooking world in itself. Plus, every single one, like, we eat every single day, and too many of us put trash into our bodies. Tony Bourdain's one of those guys who talks about, like, the healthy way of living as well. Part of his eating style. Like, it doesn't mean that eating garbage food, we have to eat garbage food to eat good food. Like, Tony's one of those guys in particular who talks a lot about that. So I love hearing for what people are reading, or what people like, what intrigues them outside, and personal growth outside of, like I mentioned in the very beginning of the show, sometimes we get so focused on like mortgage. We get focused on that, which again, we love our clients. We're passionate about it. We want to educate ourselves within the industry, which Mortgage Magnates is doing. But at the same time, like, we have to look outside of our little box. We have to look outside of our sphere to kind of improve ourselves on a regular basis. So I love that that's one of those people that you turn to and and get inspiration from. So that's really, really cool.
Yeah. Like you said, we grind this out however many hours you're putting in a day at it, 8 or 10 or 6 or 5, it doesn't matter. But eventually you got to shut that brain off. Like you said, we love the industry more than anything, but we got to shut that brain off and just, I go 180 degrees with it, totally, the other way, to get away from it, because that helps growth too. You can't be you can't be just have your blinders on the whole time for one thing. So yeah, growth and expansion is what we're all about. And like I said, I know you want to wrap up shortly, but man, stay tuned, because we've got some big stuff coming. We are about to be literally everywhere. And if you think we're accessible now,
just wait.
Just stand by, because we're gonna be everywhere. Accessible.
I'm super excited. We'll have to have you back on the show as things start to progress and as things are announced. We'll have to have you back on the show, because again, I truly believe in what you guys are doing. I think it is awesome how you're giving back to our mortgage community and industry. So super excited. And I want to thank you so much, Dave, for joining us on the show today. Guys, go check it out. MortgageMagnates.com. The link will be posted below, so you guys can go check them out. And so you guys can go register, go start learning, go start surrounding yourself, start becoming part of the community. That's what I continually preach, ladies and gentlemen. We need to come together as a community. It doesn't matter if you're a broker, banker, whoever you are. are, we need each other now more than ever. It's an opportunity that we have to better one another. Yes, I'm all about healthy competition, about pushing each other, and the Mortgage Magnates can help you do that. So Dave Tanner, thank you so much for joining us, man. I appreciate you.
Josh, thanks so much for having us. You've been a great friend to Mortgage Magnates. And like I said to everybody, stay tuned. Sign up today. We're there. We're here to help, and contact us anytime.
There's much more to come. So Dave, thank you guys so much. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on this Friday. We hope you guys have an incredible weekend. Have a good time. Spend it with family. Try to get out of the office. Go do something that really helps you reset, refocus for the week ahead. As always, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you. We love you. Now it's time for all of you guys to go shred, go show up, hustle, repeat every day. We'll see you guys.